Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
All right, welcome to the masterclass training. This training is titled as Foundation for Excellence in Teaching Online. So I'm working. Today's our agenda is we have three agendas that we are going to discuss on. The first one is a kind of self-introductions. Maybe it's not that much like details shortly. Maybe you will tell me your name, your department, and your experience in online learning and teaching. And then I will briefly introduce about this masterclass training, like the prerequisites, the schedules, and how you access the training materials and those things. And then we have a question and answer sessions. So welcome to the masterclass trainings again. To introduce myself, I'm Workene Shetu, and academically I have PhD degrees. Nowadays, I'm doing this help facilitating these masterclass trainings, Foundation for Excellency in Teaching Online, so almost for more than 1 years. Concerning my experience in online teaching and learnings, in addition to facilitating this training as certified TOT, I have also designed online courses and I have delivered that online courses. I have good experience in online teaching and learning. So this is me. So now let's give you a chance to briefly, to that much, not that much detail, just briefly or shortly introduce yourself, like your name, your department, and your online learning and teaching experience. So I will call your name from the list from here. Currently we have 40 members in this live Google meeting. So let us start this self introduction from the Mnet. Mnet, yeah, just briefly introduce about yourself, like your name, your department, and learning and teaching experience in this in online learning and teaching experience. Actually, currently, if you are talking, Bernard, we can't hear you. Maybe you are muted. You need to unmute yourself first. Yeah,
Hello,
yeah, uh,
can I talk to you, sir?
yeah. You can go.
Yeah, uh, good morning, one and all. Myself, I am Dr. Ballekallu from Chemistry Department, Abaya campus. Actually, this online teaching nowadays, this is the era of 21st century. And also, this online teaching will help our not only our faculty, it will help our students. Now, everything is we can search in the Google so that online classes are much more impact on the teaching community as well as the student community, even in society also. Now once we make it online classes, better who all preparing the material, we can feed it into the online. That could be good. That is my suggestion. Thank you for providing this type of online classes. Thank
All
you, sir.
right. Thank you very much, Professor. So, yeah, in these trainings, you are going to experience the pedagogy of online teaching. In addition to the pedagogy of online teaching, we are going to also experience the technology that we need to use, the strategy that we need to use to promote student to student interaction and to give a good experience for our students in this online learning and teaching process. Therefore, you are at the right place to learn about those things. Thank you very much for coming or want to attend this live Google meeting, live this training. So let's go to the second one, the other one, like GitHub. GitHub, just introduce yourself briefly, like your names, your department currently in Arba University, as well as your learning and teaching experience in the online modalities. Of course, if you have a kind of mic problems, you can also send us through chats. You can introduce yourself through chats. Not that much like mandatory to introduce yourself through like this. You can send us a text through chats. Get out by you. Maybe like I can share my screen so that you can see your name. You will be ready for that. So now the next, like we are waiting for Geta. In case Geta, if you are speaking, we can't hear you. Maybe your mic is muted. In that context, you need to unmute yourself first if you are talking. If you have any kind of mic related problems, you can still introduce yourself through chatting. You can text us. So the next one is Lagao. Like we are only kind of introducing ourselves briefly, your name, your department, your online learning and teaching experience. Maybe if you want, you can add what you expect from this training, what type of knowledge, what type of skill that you are expecting to get from this online learning and teaching, from this training simply. Lakao? Yeah, it's more probable that you have mic related issues. If that is the case, you can text us. If you want to write a text, you need to press, I think you can see this thing. If you see my mouse is here, and if you click on this button or icon, then you can allow, you can text us. You can write a message like this.
Yes, Amin.
Okay, Lako, now we can hear you. You can continue.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Wagner. My name is Lato from Arba University from Natural Campus. I'm I'm providing service as a lecturer in the Department of Environmental Health. So I take from this training, it is very helpful to advance the learning teaching mechanism, including the students. So it is the best approach to address students with advanced technologies.
Yeah.
This is all.
Thank you very much. So you are at the right place to learn about those things to integrate education technology in learning and the teaching process. Nowadays, like we cannot deliver effective teaching unless we use technology, right? Especially education related technology. That's specifically important for our specific courses. Therefore, this training helps you to know those technology, those strategy that we need to use to make our learning and teaching process more fruitful and even to enhance the learning experience of our students. So thank you very much for coming or for like scheduling to attend this training. I'm sure you will get what you need from this training. So let's go to the next participant, Lulit. Lulit, just to briefly introduce about yourself, your name, your department, your online learning and teaching experience before, and also if you have something you expect from this training, let us know that thing.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So I am Lulis Bayana from Physics Department, Abaya Campus. And I don't have teaching experience in online, but I have some learning experience. Like I have taken some courses in Udacity and other like ALX Africa. I have such experience. So I hope with this training I will provide a good teaching. I hope it will give me a better experience and a skill to teach for my students.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much for coming to take this
Thank you.
training, and I hope also you will get what you need from this training. So let's go to the
Okay, thank
next one, Mebratu. Mebratu. Mebratu, briefly introduce yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mabatu Alamu from Economics Department, and I used to teach MSc students using Google Meet during the COVID time. So I think this training will enable us to enhance our online teaching experience, I think. And currently, I'm attending this course from Addis. In addition to teaching, I'm also a member of the Ethiopian Parliament. So we used to use this online meeting with different stakeholders. So I think it's quite important for me as well.
Very good, very good. So you are at the right place to enhance your online learning and teaching experience. And in this training, you will learn the pedagogy that you need to know when you deliver courses. Even not all when you deliver courses, but you will start from when you start designing, then building. Lastly, when you deliver online courses, what type of pedagogy you need to know or you need to follow, what type of technology you need to use, what type of strategy that you need to use to make your learning and teaching experience more interactive. And also you will get some of the technology that you need to use to make learning and teaching more fruitful. So you are at the right places. Even if you have some basic knowledge, and this one or this training will help you to enhance your those knowledge and to make it more advanced. So thank you very much for coming for like scheduling to attend this training. I hope you will like get some very important knowledge that help you to upscale or to advance your knowledge in the areas.
Sure, thank you, Dr. Orkana.
All right. So let's go to the next participant, Melissa. I think we have two Mabrato. I think they are the same name. I think Mabrato, you log in to the meeting like through two accounts. So
Okay,
yeah, we have two Mabrato Alemu. So I think more of that, like it's you, it's
it's me.
yours. Is there another Mabrato Alemu? More or less, the picture
No,
also
no, there's
look
no
like yours.
another problem.
Yeah,
It's me.
it's me, it's yours. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's go to the next one. Melissa. Melissa, yeah, we are on like introducing ourselves shortly. You are going to like you need to tell us your name, your department, your online teaching experience, and as well as maybe what you expect from this training. What type of skill, what type of knowledge, what type of technology that you are expecting to learn from this training. And if you are speaking, you are muted, so you need to unmute yourself first. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Good morning, dear colleagues. My name is Mallas Mrate from Arba University, Department of Medical Radiology Technology. I have 6.5 years experience in teaching in Arba University. So this is my first online learning meeting. So I'm very excited to be the part of this team, and I have great privilege to the Dr. Workner for facilitating this amazing platforms, and I expect more uh, uh, on the technological uh, advancement because nowadays everything is connected. So we are in the digital world. So this platform helps us to enhance our knowledge, uh, and we can be more effective to give online learning for our students. So uh, our government has also prioritized government institution like universities. So this helps us be familiar with new technologies. So this going to be a part of this team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Melissa, for joining us. Yeah, as you mentioned, yeah, this training will give you, the skill and knowledge that help you to deliver online courses effectively. Actually, the main training of the main objective of this training are two in number. The first one is you are going to experience what online learning look like from the student's perspective. In this training, you are acting or you are experiencing online learning from the student's perspective. After you complete this training, then you get the privilege to access the training material, even the platform, the learning management system, from the student's perspective. In this specific training, you are going to experience it from the teacher perspective, from the student perspective, so that you know what type of challenges, what type of difficulties that your students will experience if you start delivering online classes or online courses. So the other one, the second objective of this training is you will learn the skill that will be essential, that will be important to design, like to design, develop and deliver online courses, especially like standard driven, online courses. So these are the two objectives of this training, and in that process, you will learn the technologies, the strategies, and some of the pedagogy that you need to know to design as well as to deliver online courses. So you are at the right places to upgrade your online, course design and delivering. And thank you very much for coming or to attend this masterclass training. I hope you will enjoy it. Let's go to the next participant. Maybe like unless you are speaking, it's good if you mute it. For example, I think we are hearing some voice from Maza, I think. So Maza, unless we give you a chance to speak, it is good if you mute yourself so that we can't maybe otherwise we are disturbing each other. Maza, I can also mute from here, I think. Maza, Maza, we are hearing a voice from you. Okay, Maza, please. She are not with us. She's doing in home, I think, washing the dishes. Anyhow, Maza, please, we are hearing some voice from you. So let's go to the next one. Melkamu. Melkamu.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I think still Maza is disturbing.
Yeah, Maza. Maybe Maza, can you hear us? Maza, are you with us? Hello, Maza. Yeah, let's continue. Let's continue. Melkamu.
አንድ ጊዜ ደሊቨር አድርገናል። ኮቪድ ጊዜ አድርጌያለሁ። አሁንም አልፎ አልፎ እጠቀማለሁ። በጎግል ሚቲንግ በተለይ እጠቀማለሁ። እዚህ ላይ ያገኘሁት በጣም ታብሌት በጣም ኢንተራክቲቭ የሆነ ኤክስፒሪየንስ ነው። ከዛም ያለበት ሞር ኢንጌጅድ የሆነ ዴሊቨሪ ሜተድ ተምሬበታለሁ እዚህ ላይ። ይህ ነው ያለኝ። አመሰግናለሁ።
Alright, thank you very much. መልካሙ በጣም እናመሰግናለን። Okay, so let's go to the last one, but not the least. ሙልነ, I think you are already ready. Your mic is
Yes.
unmuted. You can speak.
Okay. Dr. Orkane, if you are hearing, thank you very much for
Maza,
coordinating.
let's stop you, Mulene. Maza, are you with us? Maza.
Maza,
Maza. እየሰማሽ ነው?
Maza is not hearing.
ካሜራዋ ይታያል። ፊት ለፊት ነው ያለችው ብዬ ነው። መዓዛ ይሰማሻል? ኦኬ ኮንቲኒው ሙሉነህ።
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Workene. First of all, I would like to appreciate you for this smart coordination. Your texts are meaningful, and the steps you are giving for us is very clear, and this is a very important and interesting profile of you. And thank you very much for facilitating this wonderful masterclass training. And I would like to appreciate you, yeah, including my friends.
All right, thank you.
Okay. My name is Muluna Legese from Faculty of Hydraulic and Water Resources Engineering, Arba Minch University. And I have BSc in Hydraulic Engineering and MSc in Hydrology. Now, this training is the most important training. You know, it saves time. I hope you are in Addis Ababa right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
I am here in Arba Minch, but we are connecting through this online system. And no, this masterclass is it is to save resources, time. Now it is key to become successful in online teaching. So this is very important training. I expect that this training will improve our skill how to use technologies to facilitate teaching and learning processes online. I hope we will have a very good time with you, and you are a good facilitator. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate for your good words. Thank you very much. I will do my best to make your this online learning and this training very fruitful and to have like good experience with me. Thank you very much for joining even today's live Google meeting. So I think we have some newcomer. Let's start from Mada. Mada, are you with us? Can you hear us? You can speak.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah, you know one thing I would like to tell you when you if you don't speak, you need to mute yourself. Previously, we hear like some voice from you, and we tried our best to tell you to inform you to mute yourself, but you can't hear us. Once you finish like self introduction, please mute yourself. Like to mute.
Okay, I'm Maz.
Yeah, to mute yourself, maybe ራስሽን ሚውት ሌላ ከዛ ከኋላ ድምፅ እንዳይመጣ እችኛዋን እዚህ ጋር ማይኳ ይታይሽ እንደሆነ ከአንቺ ሞባይል ላይ ወይ ከላፕቶፕ ላይ እዚህ ጋር ሚውት እችኛዋን እንዲህ ክሊክ ማድረግ ይኖርብሻል። ክሊክ ስታደርግ ሚውትር ነሽ ማለት ነው። ድምፅ ወደዚህ አይሰማም። ያ ኮንቲኒው ናው። ኖ ዩ አር ሚውትድ ናው። አሁን ሚውት አድርገሻል። የምታወሪው ነገር አይሰማንም። ስትጨረሺ ነው እንደዛ የምታደርጊው። አሁን ሚውትር ነሽ። አሁንም ክሊክ አድርጊያት ያች አሁን የነካሽውን ነገር። Yeah, you are muted. You need to unmute yourself. አሁን ድምፅሽ የምታወሪው ነገር አይሰማንም። እዚህ ጋር የአንቺ ሞባይል ላይ አንቺ ስክሪን ላይ እቺን ነው ክሊክ የምታደርጊው። ማይኳን ክሊክ ያ Now you can speak.
Okay, I am Maza. Okay, I am Maza from Arba University, Psychology Department.
Very good. So, do you have any online learning and teaching experience? Yeah. So, Mahad, I think is very good. Mahada is from psychology department at Arba University. So we can, I think she has.
No, I have no any experience on online teaching experience.
Very good.
The first one.
Very good. So thank you very much for joining us on this training, Masterclass Foundation for Excellence in Teaching Online. Now let's go to the last one, but not the least, Musa.
Okay.
Musa, you can speak. Musa, you need to unmute yourself in case if you are speaking. Musa, maybe if you have a mic related issues, you can you can text us. Musa, you can text us. So I'm going to go to the next agendas. The next agenda is a brief introduction about this training. I think you can see my screen, right? Can you see my
Yeah.
screen?
Yes, we are observing.
Yeah, very good. So let me share with you some brief information, very important information to start this training. Now, currently, like 24 of you registered or activated your registration or ready to start this training. Actually, the training is already open. You can start this training starting from, I think, last Sunday. So, currently, the training content is open. This training is named as Masterclass Foundation for Excellency in Teaching Online. And I am Warkana, I'm the lead facilitator for these classes. So we are going to learn like technology and the pedagogy that is important to deliver online courses. As you see from this picture, I think these are students, and this is a teacher, so she is delivering a kind of online classes for her students. So we are going to do the same things. So we need like from this training, or after we complete this training, we learn the skill and knowledge that is important to do this activity or to deliver courses online. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about the following things: basic information about this training, objective of this training, a computer requirement for the training, content of the training, grading requirements, assignment submission platforms, communication means, general tips, important links, then important button in the pages about this training, like important buttons in the pages that help you to start this training. Next week, on the same times, I will talk about explanation for the first week modules. But today I will stop this live Google meeting here. Important button in the pages. From that important button in the pages, you will learn how to start this masterclass training. So let's start. Let me share you some basic information about this training. Actually, I think you heard about Ishi initiative or Ishi like words. This Ishi words. Actually, it is an abbreviation for e-learning for strengthening higher education. When we say Ishi, maybe like it is an abbreviation for e-learning for strengthening higher education. So it is a kind of supporting higher education through using e-learning by delivering by designing and delivering online courses. Like we have 50 universities at national level, public university or government owned universities, but so far no university has like online program or no university deliver like online courses. Nowadays we are busy like coming to the school and attending class in person, maybe very difficult because we need to do some tasks, or like it is very expensive even doing that things. If we see like higher education coverage, like for we have like 120 million people. For 120 million people, 50 university is not a big thing, right? So accessibility of higher education is not that much at national level. So to promote the accessibility, relevancy, the quality of higher education, the Ministry of Education actually designed this ISHI initiative. So this ISHI initiative, or it is a multi-stakeholder initiative owned by the Ministry of Education and intended to boost the relevancy, the quality, and the access of higher education in Ethiopia. This is the objective of this project or this ISHI initiative. Of course, this project has five major pillars, or it has also different pillars. It has, but in number, I think there are five in number. One of the pillar of this issue initiative is like enhancing the capacity of university communities. Not only the teacher, but also student as well as administrative staff. Like to deliver online courses. This initiative actually aimed to promote, to enhance the skill or the professional capacity of university community generally. Specifically for the university instructors, these projects aimed to promote the skill to design and deliver online courses by using this intervention. That intervention is titled as Masterclass Foundation for Excellence in Teaching Online, is one of the intervention under the issue initiative. And the main, as I already mentioned, the objective of this initiative is, like, the first one is we are going to experience what online learning look like from the student perspective, and the second one is like we need to develop the skill and knowledge that help us to deliver, like to design and deliver online courses. These are the two objectives of this training, Foundation for Excellence in Teaching Online training. So now let's tell you, like, or like share you some basic information about this training, Foundation for Excellence in Teaching Online. So this training is a 2-week fully online workshop and is designed to facilitate knowledge sharing of the strategies for designing and teaching online courses. Of course, this training is fully online workshop, and the intervention from the facilitator of this training is not that much. The main reason that we don't need to give that much intervention for the training is because we believe, or the designer of this training actually believe, that the trainees actually have some basic knowledge already. Like teaching is not a new for us. We have more than the minimum is like from today's presentation is like 6 years. But if you go to the many university, the teachers or the instructor over there has many years. For example, I have more than 10 years of teaching, like teaching experiences. So like the pedagogy of teaching is not new. We have also different intervention, like for example, HDP is one of the interventions that talk about the pedagogy or the science of teaching. Therefore, the science of teaching or the pedagogy of teaching is not new for many of us, and therefore there is not that much intervention, that much formal training, like training and the trainers are in the class or live like this, and then the training is delivered in online platform. It's not like that. Most of the content actually will be like covered by the trainees themselves. It is fully online workshop. It is for 2 weeks. The objective is to facilitate knowledge sharing of the strategies that we need to use for designing and teaching online courses. So we need to share our experience or the strategies, the technologies, the pedagogy that we need to follow to design as well as to deliver online courses. So that is the main reason, the main purpose of this training. It will be delivered in OpenEDX learning management system, and the participant will complete the activity as a student using the technologies and the pedagogy designed to enhance online learning. That's also very essential. Actually, this training designed in OpenEDX learning management system. Maybe from our previous experience when you shared with me, like I heard, like you have some basic experience on online classes. Maybe some of you attend online class, some of you deliver online class, some of you attend a meeting through online platforms. But when we say online course or online program, it is more than that. We need to design our course content on a specified learning management system. Unless we do like that, that things did not meet the criteria for online program or online courses. So we need to have a learning management system, and then we need to develop our courses in that learning management system. Unless we do like that, that is not online classes. That is not online program. Online program is more than having a communication through online platform, having a meeting on online Zoom or live Google meeting or another live Google meeting, live meeting technology or application we have. It is more than that. So we need to build courses in learning management system. We need to have some specified learning management system, and we need to build that courses and that program in that learning management system. In this training, or actually, Ministry of Education have some kind of agreement with OpenEDX owner, OpenEDX learning management system owner. This OpenEDX learning management system, I think, owned by Harvard University and MIT University, and so the Ministry of Education make an agreement with this university, so that we are going to have a privilege to design and develop online courses in our OpenEDX learning management system. So in this training, you are going to experience online learning in OpenEDX learning management system. So this is also another technology, another tools that we are going to express from the student perspective. Here you are going to express it from the student perspective. After you complete this training, you will get the privilege to access this OpenEDX learning management system as an instructor, not as a student, rather as an instructor. So that the privilege as a student and as an instructor is completely different. As an instructor, you have a lot of privileges and a lot of things that you can do. As a student, you only access the training content, and then you can do assignment, and then you can submit. So the access as a student is very limited, but the access as an instructor is too much, so that you can do a lot of things over there. So we are going to experience this OpenEDX learning management system in this training as well. Another thing is, the time requirement. The workshop activity requires a minimum of 8 hours per week, but may take more time depending on the comfort level with the language, previous capabilities with the technologies, and exploration of various links and resources. So per week, in order to effectively complete this training, you need to assign 8 hours. The minimum hour you need to assign is 8, that is an average. Maybe it depends on your previous experience. It depends on your comfort on online learning and online teaching with technologies and those things. So the average is 8 hours. Sometimes you can complete it in less than that hour. Sometimes it may take you more than 8 hours per week. So, but the minimum is the average. Of course, when we say the minimum, it's like the average. In average, you need to give 8 hours to effectively complete this training. In addition to that, we have also a certificate of completion, and a certificate of completion is presented to all participants who complete masterclass training workshop with a score of 80%. We have a certificate of completion. At the end of this training, you will get a certificate of completion. But to get that certificate of completion, you need to score 80 or more than 80. The threshold is 80. The minimum point you need to score is 80. And you need to score 80 or more than 80 in order to successfully complete the training, as well as in order to get certification on online classes teaching. So this is the master class for teaching online. So this is our certificates. So after you complete this training, you will get this certificate. This certificate, this certificate will be issued by Arizona State University and recognized by the Ministry of Education. And like if someone wants to cross-check the validity of this training, they can scan this QR code and they can validate it. They can cross-check it. Actually, I've completed this training in April 28 last year at this time, like before 2 years. So I have more than 2 years experience of online course delivering, facilitating, and those things. So you will get a certificate, and this certificate will open a door for you, even not to deliver online courses at domestic level, at the domestic university, but at the international level. You can see it here now, for example, as I told you, I'm in Addis now, but I'm facilitating this training for Arba University instructors, isn't it? So that is the beauty of online courses or online course delivery. So you can give training, short-term intervention, courses, program, even for other countries. So it's about having a connection, and then you can do it. You don't need to go there in person. Here is major learning objective of the training. This training has two major learning objectives. The first one is experience and interpret online learning from the student perspective. You will experience what online learning look like from the student perspective. Now you are, even if you are a teacher, in this training you are experiencing this training as a student, so that it will give you a chance for you to know the difficulties, the challenges, the problem that your student will face if you start delivering. As you increase digital content in your courses, what type of challenge, what type of difficulties, what type of problem, and what type of obstacles that your students are going to face if they start taking online courses. So you are going to experience it from their shoes. So you are going to experience the feeling of your student by standing in their shoes. You can say like that. This training helps you to feel it from their angle. The second objective of this training is you design alignment-based and standard-driven content for online course instruction. This training helps you to design alignment-based and standard-driven content for online course instruction. That is also another objective of this training. You get the chance to know some of the strategies that you need to use, some of the technology that you need to use when you design online courses, online programs. So that's there are two things here: alignment based and standard driven. What does it mean? We need to know that thing. You need to design alignment based. That means there are three things when you design a courses. The first one is learning objective, the other one is, or the next one is learning content, and the third one is assessment. Those three things must be aligned. One should be an input for the other. If your learning objective is some kind of your students need to create something at the end of that lesson, then the objective is about creating something. The type of the intervention that you need to give for your student to make them, or to help them that to create, or to help them to get that skill that help them to create that specific issues, then there is some kind of learning activity and learning content. And lastly, you need to have some kind of assessment to check whether your student really can create it or not, because the objective is about creating something. Then there must be an assessment that evaluates that specific objective, whether your student develop something or create something or not. Therefore, there are three things here: learning objective, then there is the content that help your student to acquire that learning objective, and lastly, there is an assessment, right? You need to use some kind of assessment to check whether your student actually can create it or not. Therefore, there are three things, and these three things must be aligned. When we design courses, we need to make sure that those three things are aligned or not. And the third one is standard-driven content. So, there are some standards, minimum standards that our online course should fulfill, and therefore we need to check whether that minimum standard in that online course content is fulfilled or not. Therefore, we need to develop the skills that help us to design alignment-based and standard-driven content for online course instruction. So this is something that I expect you will learn at the end of this training. When you complete this training, I hope you will have these two knowledges or objectives. Computer requirements. Of course, this training is fully online courses. There is not that much intervention from an instructor. You need to do things by yourself, and computer is very important, internet is very important, and also these browsers are very important. Chrome is very important, Microsoft Edge is very important, sometimes Mozilla is also very important. But This training is working good with Chrome and Microsoft, especially Microsoft. So if your computer has no Microsoft, please have Microsoft on your computer. And the content of the training, you are going to have five modules. But even if it's say modules, they are very short. It's a kind of chapter. Even if it's say module, there are five chapters. Module 0 is start course. You are going to introduce yourself. You get the chance to read the course syllabus, or that we call it course outline. You are going to give your permission about like like academic integrity and those things, privacy agreement and those things, basic information that you need to fulfill or you need to know in module 0. And even you get the chance to introduce yourself on partly self introduction. Then module 1 is about online student success. It's about how we can support our online students. What type of strategy that we need to know. For example, if the internet bandwidth is not that much strong in your areas where your students live, what type of strategy you need to use to support your online student to succeed in that courses. So we are going to deal about that things. Module 2 is about course content and course quality. So over here in module 2, we are going to see how we actually design standard courses or how we ensure how we to develop like quality courses. So there are what we call it a quality matter. So we will deal about that things in module 2. In module 3, we are going to see about effective student interaction. That's also very important modules. Like when we think about online courses, we know that the students are not in the classes. So they are living even at different places in our country. Maybe even they can live at the global level, for example. So they are not in the classes. But on the other hand, we know about social constructivism theory, we know about student-centered learning and teaching process, we know about active student engagement, right? Active student, like active student interaction, so that the principle says that we need to give a chance for the students to speak a lot, not for the teacher to deliver lecture. That is the science of teaching. That is what we call it social constructivism theories. So that the students learn from each other, the students learn from their previous knowledge, the students learn from basic knowledge they have, so that they start from that thing and they enhance their knowledge in that specific area from their previous knowledge, right? That's what we call it active student engagement. But when we come to online classes, the students are not there in the classes, so that how we can promote these things, active student engagement. There is a science, there is a technology, there is a strategy, there is a pedagogy that we need to follow to ensure that things. And then we learn about that things in module 3. In module 4, we are going to see course design and content development. So we are going to practice designing and developing online courses in practice. In practically, we are going to do that things, that is course design and content development. We'll learn about that things in module 4. And module 5 is also about instructor presence and action plan. That's also another very interesting module, because when we think about online classes, the teacher are not there. The teacher are not there. He is not in the classes. Therefore, he needs to create some kind of feeling among his students as he is around them, as he is ready to help them. Therefore, there are a lot of technology, there are a lot of pedagogy, there are a lot of strategies that we need to use in order to create a feeling among our students as we are around them to help them, so they are not alone. They don't feel that as they are alone. So that, for example, in these classes we have a Telegram groups. Even sometimes we have your phone number and then we text you. We have also a Telegram number, Telegram groups, and then even when you start a training, there is a group discussion platforms. In that group discussion platforms, we share our ideas. If you ask a question, we respond to you. In the Telegram, if you ask some kind of question, even we respond to you. The main reason that we do that thing is is because we want to create that feeling among you as we are around you, as you are not alone in this training, as we are ready to help you, so that you feel there is an instructor for that training, there is a facilitator. When we say instructor is a facilitator, instructor is a coach, instructor is a guider, isn't it? He give a guiding, he give guide, he guide you, he coach, he facilitates learning and teaching process for his student. Nothing like that. That is what the thing that expected from the teacher. So we are doing that things, and our objective that we do that thing is because we want to create that feeling among you as you are not alone. So we are going to learn about that things. In practice, you see, and also there is a science that talk about that things in these trainings. So you learn about that things. Another very important thing is about grading. Grading, you need to score 80 or more than 80 in order to get certificates. As I told you previously, there are 10 assignments in this training. There are 10 assignments in this training. 5 of them are, you get them in the first week module. For that matter, there are this module are 6 in number, including module 0. The first 3 modules are first week modules, and the next 3 modules are second week modules. It, actually, when the training designed, like the trainer, the designer of this training divide this module in this per week like that. The first 3 module are like first week module, and the next 3 module are second week module. But once you start this training, like right now, for example, you can complete them, all of them, like within 2 or 3 days. You don't need to wait for the last minute to complete this training, right? You can complete it within a days. You can complete it within a 2 day. You can complete it within like by 3 days. You don't need to wait for 2 weeks to complete this training. So once you start it, you can access all the training content, and then you can complete all of them. We encourage that thing. As a lead facilitator, I also encourage that thing, because we don't know what will come in the last minutes. Maybe you get busy, you get another training, you may get another assignment, and that thing make you busy. Therefore, waiting for the last minute is not good. But if you are busy, you have 2 weeks to complete this training. So, there are 5 training in the first week, and there are also another 5 training in second week modules. These are second week modules, these are first week modules, and totally there are 10 assignments, graded assignments, that you need to do them very seriously because they are graded. They are graded. Submitting assignments, when you submit assignment, you need to submit assignment in the training, not through the telegram, not through email or those things. When you read this training, when you start doing this training, you will get assignments like content, then assignments, and then there is an assignment submission box, answer boxes, so that you need to write your answer in that answer boxes. If that question is a kind of open assessment response or assignment, then there is answer boxes. So you need to write your answer in that answer boxes, and then you need to click on submit assignment button in order to submit them. Because that we can't submit assignment through email, you can't submit assignment through telegram, because there is another one from the Ministry of Education, someone from the Ministry of Education who follow us, and also there is someone from Arizona State University who follow us, monitor us whether this training is delivered as designed or not. Therefore, the thing is online things, and therefore our communication should be like that, per the requirements. Due date, I think I need to update these things I just forgot it. This is last time PowerPoint. Uh, Maybe from our telegram, we have a schedule. I think you have a schedule for that thing. In case if you don't have a schedule, maybe the schedule is here. Concerning the deadline. Let me. I know it's like. Let me. upperly cohort, yeah. I think is upperly this one. At national, at university level, we have one group, Telegram group is, then in that Telegram group we have scheduled. I think we are here. All right. Yeah, here is the schedule. You see, actually the training will start on April 17 according to this schedule, according to the schedule that I got from e-learning coordinator at your university. But for cohort D, specifically if you are in cohort D, if you are trainees in cohort D that I facilitate, uh, the training is already open. This training material is already open. You can access the training materials, and because like we have holidays in the coming days, in order to compensate that things, I make this training open, on the last Sunday, I think. So of course the deadline for first week module is April 23. Is April 23. First week module is April 30. And this training will end, or we need to complete this training by May 7. So that the end due date for this training is May 7. By May 7, you need to complete this training. It will be closed. After May 7, it will be closed. On this thing is office workers, so that May 7 is the end due dates, the last due dates. So this is the schedule we have so far. Uh, so I will update you about these things even through our Telegram groups. Another one is communication tools. Communication tools, the first communication tool we have is through community forum. Actually, you will get this community forum through your like in the training material, in the training material is OpenEDX learning management system. We have a platform. I will show you about that things. So we have a community forum platform. So that community forum platform is open access, and like all persons, all participants, all the trainees can see what you post, and so that if you have some kind of question, you can post in the community forum, and all the trainees, including me, will respond for your problem. Another way that you can communicate me is through email. I have also email, so that you can, if you have some kind of problem or something that you want to ask me, you can go for email as well. But maybe that is not a good option because we have Telegram group, because you have my phone number. That is the best option. But as an alternative, if my phone is not working, if I'm not responding on Telegram, then you have also an option to write me on email. The other one is we have also live online sessions. Like still I need to update these things. I think I have updated this PowerPoint, but I didn't save it, so that I think I need to save it so that it's not saved here. So we have these two today, April 16, right? So we have the first, live Google meeting. Then we have the next second live Google meeting on April 23 next week. And we have a last live Google meeting on April 30. So we are going to have 3 live Google meetings, like one per week. For example, this one for this week we have today. For the next week on April 23, at the same time, we are going to have second live Google meeting is April 23, and the last live Google meeting will be on April 30. I will update you about this live Google meeting schedule as well on our group Telegram. So we are going to have 3 live Google meetings anyhow. And another thing is where the fourth communication platform we have is common Telegram group. I hope at this time almost all of you are a member of this group Telegram. And in case if you are not a member of this group Telegram, you can join us. I will share you this PowerPoint. If you click on these links, it will take you to that group Telegram, and then you can easily join to our group Telegram, and that Telegram is very important because many real-time information will be shared in that group Telegram. And even if you have some kind of challenge, for example, if you cannot access the training, if you have some kind of problem, then you can share your problem in that group Telegram. One thing I would like to advise you is that, like, for example, if someone asks some kind of question, you don't need to wait for the facilitator to respond if you know the answer. If you know the answer, you can engage yourself. You can participate. That is very important because we want to promote active engagement, trainees engagement. We need your voice is very important. We need to hear from you. Your level of understanding or understanding that thing is very important. Knowing your level of understanding is very essential for us. Therefore, your engagement is very important. For that matter, you can even call me on my phone number. If you have any problem, in the morning from 8 a.m. up to in the evening 8 p.m., you can call me anytime you want on my phone, and then I will respond to you automatically. I'm available for you, and so that if you have any kind of challenge, you can respond to me. General tips. As I told you, the content of this training is not new for many of us because we have already teaching experience. We are a teacher. We have a teaching experience. Some of us even we have HDP certified. We are certified by HDP training. Therefore, we know the pedagogy that we need to know. We know the methodology that we need to know to deliver courses. So some of the content are not new for many of us unless some new specific content because we are learning the pedagogy of teaching on online platform, not in face-to-face aspects. So the training content is not a big deal. They are not difficult, but these tips are very important, and it's good to follow these tips to complete this training effectively or like shortly or easily. The first one is before you attempt to answer each question, make sure to read the instruction carefully. That is very important. The instruction is very important. For example, in Padlet self-introduction, the instructions say introduce yourself, like including your name, your department, your field of specialization, your online learning and teaching experiences, your hobbies, and those things, your favorite food if you want. There are 6 things that you need to mention. So far, like 4 trainees submitted their assignment for Padlet self-introduction. That is good, but I'm not sure whether you really fulfill the minimum criteria that you need to fulfill. So reading the instruction is very important. Second, check the course daily. Don't wait for the last minute because you don't know what will come on the last minute. You may get busy. Third, read and respond to the workshop email message as needed. Monitor, track, and follow the assignment due dates. Communicate regularly with your instructor and colleagues. Engage in class discussion, ask questions, contribute to online activity to enhance your understanding of the subject matter. So if you do these things, if you follow these tips, you can manage this training easily and you can complete it even far before the deadline, before the due date. Links for important video record. I have many video records that help you or guide you. For that matter, this communication or this live Google meeting is also on record, so that you can watch this live Google meeting record after we complete it. And also there are many video recorders that you can watch them in case if you have any kind of difficulty. I will show you this link, and then you can access these these video recorders. Now let's let me talk some of the important buttons that you need to know to start this training. So let me make it practical rather than just following over here the PowerPoints. Now to start this training, The first task you need to do is that you need to write the link. You need to get the link. The way you get the link of the training is you need to write Arba University like this in abbreviation, then issue portal. Issue portal. So this is very important. Arba University issue portal. Then once you write that thing, search for that. So when you search for that, then click the first one. I think you see it. This one, Arba University issue portal. Then it will lead you to these pages. Then if it is your first time you come to these pages, first you need to activate your registration. Click on register. Then let me tell you these things. There are two buttons here. One is register, the other is login. If you come to this page for the first time, you need to click on register, not login. Once you register, or once you activate your registration, then when you come to the next time to this page to do your assignment, you can use either of the two buttons. You can follow the register button if you want again, or you can use now login. But if you come to this page for the first time, and if you click on login button, you can't log in unless first you activate your registration. For activating your registration must be first. So you need to click on register, and you need to click on this agreement. You need to agree with these terms of reference. You need to make this thing ticked, and then you need to click on start. Then you need to write your institutional email here, not your personal email, not your Skype address, not your personal email, something like that, your phone number, your institutional email. This is my institutional email for that matter. Then you need to click on sign in. So the step that you need to follow is this. Then once you click on sign in, like it may ask you like if you signed in to your that's on that computer, if someone actually signed into like Arba University's microsite like previously, maybe you may see some type of pages because like I actually signed into this microsite using different links here. So the computer remember those things so that it give you an option to select one if I want. If you don't want, if my email is not here, the last option is here. Use another account. You can say use another account. For example, let's me say use another account. So that another account, look, it may ask you these things. It say Microsoft sign in. It say like if you see the ID, I'm not sure if it is whether it is visible or not. It say email, phone number, Skype. You don't need to write your Skype. You don't need to write your email. You don't need to write your phone number here. The only thing you need to write is your institutional email, your university email only. So I can write my institutional email here. So then the next task is you need to click on next. Then it asks you to write your password. Actually my laptop remember my password. That is good part of my laptop. That's good. So I don't need to write it, and it asks me to whether to remember it or not. Please remember it because this is my laptop. If you are trying to access this training material on some public computer or some computer that someone can access it, you don't need to click on remember it. Now I can click on yes because it's good if my computer remember my password. I don't need to write. It will go to this process configuring your portal. We need to wait a little bit. Then we come to this page. Now if you see, actually I have facilitated 3 groups at Arba University so far. So you are my third group, this group. If also you actually started this masterclass training previously, but you didn't complete it, that is incomplete. Now you come now to complete, right? In this round, if you come or if you want to complete your masterclass training now, you need make sure that you are accessing masterclass upperly 2025 cohort D. If you are in cohort D, if you are in cohort C, for example, in this place is say cohort C. If you are in cohort A or in group A, in this place it may say, you know, group A. If you are in group E, this thing is group E. Because I am a lead facilitator for group D, so my course folder says April 2025 D, these things. Anyhow, if you have started this masterclass previously, but if you didn't complete it, you may get another course folder, but that course folder is expired. You can't submit assignments in that course folder. Therefore, if you are planning to complete your masterclass training or this training in this round, specifically if you are with me, make sure that you are clicking on what? Masterclass Upperly 2025 D. For example, actually say go to the studio because I am an instructor. I'm accessing this training as an instructor. If I click the student page, this button, then I will get this table. You see here, Masterclass April 2025 D. Then it says go to the course. So you need to click on go to the course. Right? Now the next task is once you confirm you are clicking on Masterclass April 2025 D. This is very important. Now for example, if you see here, Masterclass March 2025 C. If I click here, go to the course, the deadline for this training is already expired and I cannot submit assignment in this course folder because it's already expired. So this one is only active for Masterclass April 2025 D. This one is only active so that I can click on this one, go to the course, then it will lead me to the first page of that training content. So this is the first page of this training content, you see. This is the first page of this training content. Now I want to tell you some of the important buttons that help you to navigate or to go through the content of this training. On the top, there are like these buttons. Like the first one is course, the second one is progress, the third one is dates, the fourth one is discussion, the other one is course syllabus, and the other one is instructor. Actually, because you are accessing this training as a student, you can't access or you can't see the instructor pages. This button, you can't see that button as a student because you are accessing this training material from the student perspective. Now, let me tell you what you can see in the course button. In the course button, you can get the course outline, or the course table of the content of the course. You see this is the table of the content of the course. If you click on this one, trainer information, you can have Zoom TOT session program, you can have checklist and grading resource. I'm not sure whether you can see this specific outline or not because this outline is for the instructor. And if you click on welcome, start here from for important course information, you can see this information, home pages, meet your facilitator, syllabus, community forum, live Google meeting sessions, so that you can get information about those things. If you click on module 0, start course works, then you can see this content over here. So that under the course button, you can anywhere you are, for example, if you are here, and if you want to go to the course content page, just click on the course and it will take you to the course content page. So this is the course or the table of the content page so that you can get the table of the content. For example, if you go to the module 4, under module 4, specifically if you want to go to these places, just under module 4, week 2 graded cues on course design and content development. If I want to go to these places, Just click on that thing because that thing is already active. It will lead you to these specific pages. You see, you can use that course content page in order to access or in order to identify some specific like content of the courses or this training, and then you can easily click on that link and then you can get to that page specifically. So that it is very important button, the course button is very important because you can get the course content table or the table of the content of that courses. Another one is progress button. Progress button. Now for it, because as I told you, in order to pass this training, you need to score 80 or more than 80, right? So you need to know your progress, whether you meet the minimum requirement to achieve your certificate or not. Then if you want to do that things, you can click on progress, and there are two types of progress you can see. The first one is course completion progress, and the other one is your grade. The minimum grade you need to achieve. Now you see here, a weighted grade of 80% is required to pass in these courses. If you want to pass these courses or if you want to get a certificate for this training, the minimum thing is the minimum grade that you need to fulfill is 80 or more than 80. So that if you want to see, now for example, I didn't submit any assignment because I'm like kind of facilitator or instructor for this training. I don't need to submit, and so my grade is 0. You see here, if you submit or if you do something and if you get some grade, then your grade, there is a change on your grade on this person. Even like you can go down, you can scroll down, and you see all of the grade are here, all of the graded assignments are here. Now you see 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10. If you submit one specific assignment and if the instructor actually graded it, then if you get 8, you can get 8 out of 10. If you get 10 out of 10, it's 10 out of 10. In case, if you know which specific assignment you didn't submit, for example, you come to these specific places and you can see which specific assignment that you have 0 out of 10. If it is 0, then like more probably you didn't submit it. Sometimes some of the assignments actually will not be graded automatically. Some of them can be graded, 5 of them you get answer for them automatically because they are kind of multiple type of question, true false type of question, and the system actually grades them automatically. For open response assessment, the instructor needs to grade it. Therefore, you need to wait a little bit. Once you submit, whether you submit it or not, to know it that things you can, like it is 0 from here, you see that it is 0, but you are not sure whether you submit or not, whether you submit that specific assignment or not. To know that thing, what you do, click on here, it will lead you to that specific assignment. Now you see here the assignment is here. For example, it is here, instructor presents video scripts. Now the question are here, they are 3 in number, so you need to wait a little bit. Yeah, sometimes like the connection is not good, so like if the connection is good, this thing, the question will, you get the question around here. Now the question is loading. So to save our time, you can see here and then you can check. If it say like, for example, waiting for staff to grade. If you submit it and you didn't get your results, but you come here and you check this specific page, and if it say like waiting for staff to grade, that means you submit the grade, but that specific assignment is not graded, so you need to wait a little bit in that context. But if the answer box is here, if the question is here and the answer box is there, and therefore there is no text that says is waited for staff to grade, then the assignment is not submitted, so you need to do it and you need to submit it. So that is very important things. Another important information that you can get from the progress button is is like, for example, here, like for example, course completion. This one is great, course completion. Even we can see how much content of this training you have completed or you have read it. That is very important. Of course, that is not a criteria for grading. That is not a criteria for certification. Whether you get it 50, 60, 70 or 2, as you see here, it doesn't matter. But as a lead facilitator, we can check it. So that this one track, the system track, this is open access. That means if when you do your assignment, if you are not sure the answer, you can go back and check that specific context and you can come back and then and answer that specific assignment. It is a kind of open book. You know, it's like you can check the answer, you know, the content again. You read the question first if you want, and then you can read the content next so that you know the answer, you know the question, and then you read, you will make some more attention for that specific content that related to the question. So that if you want, you can read the content first, you go to the assignment place, and if you are not sure the answer, you can go back to the content and then you can read it and come back to the assignment and you can do like that. It is open book. The other one is a discussion button, very important. Dates is a kind of deadline and those things. The deadline over there. Discussion. Now let's share you what you can get on discussion. I want to make it just a 40 minutes live Google meeting, but I don't know. It takes time. Now the other one is discussion. So by topic, there are 4 types of discussion. You need to engage in yourself. You need to click on discussion and then by topic, then there are 4 types of discussion. The first one is community forum discussion. Here you can ask any type of question you have. The second topic of course content and the course quality. Over here, you are going to share with us some of it is at the end of module 2. You get these things at the end of module, and what you are expecting is that you are going to share us some of the things that is not clear because module 2 is the end of the week. So in your first week, what is something which is not clear for you? The mediest point, the difficult part, the part that is not clear for you. Module 3, it is about effective student interaction. Padlet video in the discussion. We have a Padlet video discussion. There are some videos that you need to watch. After you watch that things, then you need to reflect what you learn from that video on one thing. The other one is like kind of to promote student to student interaction in your online classes. What type of technology that you plan to use? So that you are going to share the type of technology, Telegram, WhatsApp, live Google Meeting, Zoom, whatever it is that help you to promote student to student interaction. The fourth one is course content problem solution discussion. It's about this one is the instruction is over there. You will get the instruction. You get it in module 4, course design and content development. The detailed instruction is over there. It is a kind of like there is also a video that help you to how to start these things, how to start posting. You use that video and then you can easily know how to post some information or something that you want to say in the title place. You write the content here, then click submit, then you post it. The content over here is there is one question that asks you in module 0 that like a kind of brainstorming question. It says like if you start online class, for example, what type of challenges that you expect? There is a question that asks you that type of question. If you start online course delivery is a kind of brainstorming. What type of problem you anticipate? What type of challenge that you anticipate that your student will face? What type of problem that you expect that make your online class or course delivering challenging? So you are going to tell us whether it is internet related problem, how to deliver group assignment in online course. It depends. So that in over here is about course, like you get a chance to give answer for your colleague's problem question. Now, for example, if I say I like it is like many, like because we are in developing countries, internet is not accessible for many students, and delivering online course content is maybe very challenging because of connection. Now this is your problem. So the type of the challenge that you expect if you start online classes, you expect like internet related issues. Then there is a way out from this. There are some strategies that we can use to overcome this problem. Maybe, for example, you can give them offline material. Maybe for example, like there are a lot of solutions that we can propose depending on different people, different idea they have. So that in module 0 you give a question. In module 4 you are going to now practice answering your friend's question. So this is the thing that you are going to deal in this training course syllabus. You can get it from here if you want course syllabus. And so is the main training for that matter. And also the other very thing is there is also prerequisite modules. There are two in number. Those prerequisite modules. I think it's good to let you know about those things, but they are not like they are prerequisite. They are very important. They are very essential. For me, my recommendation is you can go directly to the training. This training, the Masterclass Foundation for Excellence in Teaching. I think Mada, you are sharing your screen. You don't need to share. Like, can you see my screen for that matter? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
No.
Yeah, Professor, is it visible my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let me finish because I have already done. I've already completed it. So there are two prerequisites. The two prerequisites are strategy for online learning and how to be safe online, but they are not mandatory. So I recommend you to start the main training, Foundation for Excellence in Teaching Online. Complete it because it is a deadline. Once you complete it, you can go to the prerequisite and you can take it. That is my recommendation. It depends on your interest. The lead facilitator for you for this training are two in number. One is me and the other is Kim. She is a leading supervisor. Say supporting in a sense. She is supporting us if we have a problem. She's a kind of monitoring overall. Thank you very much. If you have any question, comment, suggestion, you are welcome. If you have any question, comment, suggestions, the floor is yours now.
Thank you, Dr. Varkanish. You
Okay.
have given excellent insight about the online training programs online.
Mhm.
That is masterclass. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I was so
Okay.
happy with the way you explained to us.
Okay. Thank you very much. Unless you have any question, we can stop here. If you have any question, any comment, or any suggestion, uh, the floor is yours.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can start taking this training. You don't need to wait for the last minute. You can start taking this training, and as I told you, you can complete it early before the deadline. That is a good thing. That is my recommendation, because you don't need, like, you don't know what, maybe you get busy on the last minute. So waiting for the last day or the last minute is not good thing. I highly recommend you to complete the training as soon as you can, and you can directly start the training. So you have a time for the prerequisites. You can take the prerequisites after you complete the main training. That's okay. That's fine. So thank you very much for attending our today's live Google meeting. If you have any question, you can use our team telegram, you can use my phone number, you can use community forum platform, that's group discussion platforms in that learning, in the training content. You can use either of those alternatives. Have a nice day. See you next week on the same time to discuss about the first week modules, the content of the first week modules. There are 3 modules that we need to complete it within 6 weeks. So we will discuss about the content of that first week module in next week live Google meeting, next Wednesday. Have a nice time. Have a nice holiday.
See you. Ciao.
See you. Ciao, ciao. መልካም ጊዜ ይሁንላችሁ። መልካም በዓል ካሁኑ